Recently, there's been quite a few posts on social medias about people catching good sized fish from the pontoon at Lake Wallace. They all seem to be using a common bait, and I hope to replicate that colour, put that into a plastic lure, and get amongst it myself. So there might be more to this video than I've actually explained. When I'm out and about fishing, I see people using PowerBait, and it gets cast out, brought back in, cast out over and over and over again. Now, if I was to use PowerBait and cast it out and retrieve it over and over again, wouldn't that technically be a lure? So this is where I'm going to make myself a challenge. I'm going to attempt to replicate the colour of PowerBait, put it into a plastic lure, and try to catch more fish on a lure than PowerBait. First off, we're going to have to examine the PowerBait, find out what it's all about. We know the colour is chartreuse. That's easy to get my hands on. It does have a UV. It does not glow in the dark. So yes, it does have a scent, and they say that their scent is original scent. I'm thinking that it smells a lot like the Procure Bloodworm Super Gel. Now, I don't know if I can use the Super Gel in plastic, so I'm going to add it to the lure afterwards. While I'm waiting for the order from my suppliers, I think it'd be time to head down to Thompson's Creek Dam. I seen an article a year ago about redfin being caught down there. From what I understand, only one redfin's been caught, but I want to go down there and have a look for myself. It's going to be very disappointing to see redfin in there. So I'm at Thompson's Creek Dam to see if the article is correct. I'm really hoping that they're not here. These are the lures that I'll be using. The 3-inch Vibe is a new lure to the lineup, and I'm really looking forward to casting this for the first time. But for now, I'm going to run with what I know works for redfin, so let's get into it.
Dude, what the fuck was that? That looked like a fucking bass. That looked like a fucking bass. Wasn't long enough to be a trout. And he's there again. Just fucking take it, mate. Fuck. Come on, man, just fucking bite it. Just fucking bite it, son of a bitch. Fuck, the tail on that thing looked like a broom. Let them go. Ooh, if it's a bass, let's go that. Never used one 3-inch soft vibe. Let's get you stuck on the rocks. First time using the vibe. This could be good. That's where I was. Come on, baby.
So I wasn't actually planning on using the vibe, but nothing has been working. I really thought the pink or the black colour in the paddle tail or the curly grub would have produced the goods.
She's bloody heavy. Wish I had heavier line. Oh, it's even got a wiggle action. Fucking sick. Oh, man. Might go further around. Man, I'm really happy about that vibe.
The article was made over a year ago, so the pest should have reproduced 4 times since this article. I've only seen the one report, and honestly, I think there should have been more reports over the past year. I visited Thompson's Creek many times to try and catch redfin, but always walked away empty-handed. At the end of the day, I didn't catch any, but that doesn't mean that there is none in the dam.
Oh, that's... What the fuck was that? That had to have been a bass. Try again.
Now, there is something other than trout in these waters. I have only ever known this dam to be a trout-only dam.
Oh shit, I've lost my net.
Whatever it was had interest in the vibe, but I just couldn't get them to hook up.
I think I've lost my net. Yeah, it's still be back there on the fucking rocks. Man, that looks dangerous.
From what I could see, it looked like the same shape as an Australian bass. It was silver in colour. It had a forked tail, but the rear of the tail was dark. Kind of similar to a bream.
There it is. Right fucking there. Go down and get it.
It's weird because I haven't seen no reports on bass being caught out at Thompson's Creek Dam.
Okay. Let's go back around. Start again.
I'm sure we'll find out what they are eventually, but I need to go home so I can go and collect the products in the mail.
Oh shit. Oh, what the fuck? Someone's left a box of fucking lures here. There you go.
Okay, so the products are in. I'm super happy with the shipping at the moment. So much faster than when we were in lockdown. My favourite part of the moon phase for fishing is coming up, that being tomorrow and the following day. Unfortunately, I only have one of them days to go fishing, so I'm definitely going to have to rush this one out. I'm going to head down to the workshop and get this sorted. I don't like the short time turnaround because it creates so many problems with the final product. Things like cold cracking, cool down, denting are very common issues when you're rushing. In a perfect world, I like to have 6 days of curing to make sure the lures look great, and I don't have that time, unfortunately. I'm about 95% happy with my colour match. I think just 3 more drops of green, and I think I would have nailed it. Okay, it's now time for the main event. We've created what we wanted, it's now go time.
That one and PowerBait. Get that PowerBait out there. Let's see how we go, eh?
So I didn't add any scent to the lure. I was worried about how it would be affected in the plastic because I don't know how the Procure Bloodworm Super Gel is going to react. And I don't know what it's made of. The plastic I'm using is not cheap, so I didn't really want to add something to the mix and find out that I stuffed up and had to throw it all away. I can always order something later on down the track to use permanently in these lures.
The water looks really brown, doesn't it? It's not as clear as usual. Wonder if that's got something to do with all the rain that we've had. I've got a net there actually. Okay, what do we got? Oh, it's a trout. No, it's a redfin. Fucking typical. Fucking typical. Fucking typical. But good size. Get a photo.
Oh, your lure works.
It does work. I'll get a picture. Is that in his mouth? Good-o. Fucking that's huge. Wow, there you go, eh? That was PowerBait.
Yeah, PowerBait.
PowerBait.
Shit.
And then I seen the line go tight.
Shit.
I'm like, what the hell's going on there? That's a fucking good size, is what it is.
Beauty.
Let's just
Yeah.
let's get the hook out of it.
Bring your little tape measure.
Yeah, I got that there as well. power bait everywhere. Oh, don't do that to me. That's a fish. Oh, get it out there. Damn it! Come here, fuck ya. Oh, some dude's caught it. Old mate's bloody left his rod over there and he's got a fish on.
The challenge was to see if I could replicate the colour of PowerBait and put that into a soft plastic and then catch more fish. I also wanted to find out if we were using PowerBait correctly. On the day, I made sure to have the PowerBait in the water with the least amount of disturbance, and I also used multiple different styles of lures using the replicated colour plastic. I noticed that the paddle tail lure I was using was getting a lot of hits on the tail edge, but they were just missing the hook. The results was a very impressive one to the PowerBait with a 42cm rainbow trout and also 2 Redfin for the lures. I was disappointed when I seen Redfin on the lures, but most of all I was disappointed knowing that I caught that rainbow trout as the PowerBait was falling to its resting position. Technically on the day I did catch more fish on lures, however it would have been nice to have caught trout only for the test. I started editing the day's footage and I was thinking about what could have made the challenge better. Something that had better data for the PowerBait versus lure challenge. After a lot of thought and research, I found that water temperature, lure size and lure action played a large part of the challenge. I went back a week later, now with an idea of where the PowerBait should have been placed, and with a better understanding of what lure size, style and action to use as well. I tried using some 2-inch paddle tails on the chartreuse with hook size 2 1/8 weighted and found that the sinking rate was a little too fast due to the shape of the lure. I was getting follows but not much interest. I then swapped out the paddle tail for the 1 3/4-inch curly tail grub with the chartreuse colour. I found that the sink rate was less and it had much smoother action. Once I made this small change, I started to get more bites, more often, and much more trout. As for the PowerBait, I was getting a lot more bites as well. Keeping the bait close to the weeds really made a difference.
Big. Nah, she'll be fine. She'll be good. Yep.
And just on a quick note, make sure that you check out the rules and regulations where you will be fishing. Places like the mill ponds, Thompson's Creek Dam are artificial fly and lure fishing only. Therefore, you can only have 1 rod per person. Lately there have been a few DPI officers getting around, so knowing the rules and regulations where you are fishing will definitely save your hard-earned cash. If you're interested in the lures or the jig heads that I was using in this video, you can contact me at grahamsims@centralwestlures.com.au, or you can check out the eBay shop, Central West Lures, all under case, all one word. But for now, stay warm and most importantly stay dry, and we'll see you in the next video.